After 3 months, I can 100% confidently say that this guitar is not for everybody. Hello, what's up everybody? My name is Austin Randolph. Per usual, if you like what I do, if you could give me a little subscribe, that'd be amazing. I'm trying to work my way up to 1,000, but I've had this guitar, which I made a video about it when I bought it. It's a 2023 Gibson SG Standard. The video I made did really well right after I brought it home, so I figured I would just do like a follow-up, and seeing as how this is my first SG period, do like a 3-month review. How's it going? And what are some things I like? What are some things that I totally get that people hate about it? So without further ado, let's go. So, I went over it in detail. I made a video about there were some quality control issues that I had when I brought the first one home, because this is actually the second SG. The first one that I brought home, the nut was not cut correctly. I could not get the high E string. If I was playing above like fret number 6, the string would just fall off of the frets. It was no good. So I took it back, brought this home. Intonation, worst I've ever had out of the box on a guitar. The action was just like preposterously high. The pickup heights were just made no sense, but a little bit of fiddling, and I have had it like right where I wanted it for a while now. And overall, I really like this guitar, but it's an acquired taste. I mean, it's 100%, this is what people want when they think about an American Gibson. It's fat, it's creamy, it's smooth, it's rich. The sound is what I'm talking about, obviously. It's expensive. These go for about, I think, $1,650 brand new, but they do come in white, which is cool because they haven't done white in about 10 years. Outside of the quality control problems, let's talk about the guitar itself. Guitar itself, the first thing that did take some getting used to, I like a bigger neck. I have, big meaty paws, and this neck's big. Like, I knew that the Standard had the fatter neck on it, where the 61, I think, has the slimmer, if I'm not mistaken, but this is like wide. It's got some shoulders on it, but it's really round too. I mean, this feels like it's big, which did take some getting used to. Weirdly enough though, I have like quite a few guitars over there that have like 60 style slim taper necks, and even though this was like borderline uncomfortable when I first brought it home, this feels like home now, which is weird, because if I pick up one of those and the neck doesn't like kind of fill my palm, if that makes sense, when I'm just resting on it, it feels weird. So what started out as potentially this is like really fat neck, that might be my favorite part of the guitar now. So the neck, if you love a fat neck, man, this is a fat round neck, but it fits in my hand at least really well. Pickups in here is the 490R and 490T. In the 61, you get the 61 Burstbuckers, which have a few less whines, but so these are going to be slightly higher output. They're fat, they're creamy in the middle position. You can get enough twang to kind of get some funkiness going. I think they're great pickups. If fat and creamy is what you're going for, which, again, going back to it, if that word's on the headstock, fat and creamy, at least for me, is kind of like what I'm looking for. But the biggest thing that I heard tons of people talk about was neck dive when I was doing research. So for non-SG people, beware of neck dive. And I was kind of like, oh God, what? People find a reason to bitch about anything, but holy shit, it's annoying. So standing up, not the end of the world, right? You get a suede leather strap and it pretty much gets rid of it. Or if you're standing up and you're playing, your hand's here anyway, so it's not a big deal. What drives me absolutely insane is when I'm sitting here and let's say I have my computer open in front of me, and I go to type something on my computer, because, I forget, and like I put my leg there to keep it from falling, but if I just let go of this thing, boop, that part takes a lot of getting used to. Which is funny because it has nothing to do with the playability of the instrument. The instrument itself plays, it's great. Like, honestly, like, kind of what I was getting at in my video that did really well of this guitar. Playability wise, like from an ergonomic standpoint, this makes so much more sense than a Les Paul does. But oh man, the neck. Then it like, I just don't get the logic in making such an unbalanced instrument. Like, that'd be like, bear with me on this analogy, but that'd be like if I had a car, right? And every car is the front's heavier than the rear because that's where the engine is most of the time, unless we're talking about Porsches or V-dubs. And so that's kind of, you can't really get away from that, but automotive manufacturers do their best to balance the vehicle. This would be like if a car that was front engined was so front engine heavy that every time it rained, like the rear tires skidded you off the road. That's what this feels like. That's how unbalanced it is. I mean, man, like, just, it. So, I'm gonna be 100% honest. I was this close to going like, you know what? I'm just gonna like, let it go because that's how annoying it is. I can't sit here and even like talk with my hands without having it tucked into my armpit or it falls off my lap. That's really annoying. Then I kind of came to my senses a little bit. And I was kind of like, you know what, dude? It sounds so good. The neck is so comfortable. It plays so well. It still smells so good and brand new. It doesn't smell like my armpit yet. It still smells like nitro. And, there is no, I'm convinced there is no perfect instrument. There is no perfect guitar. At least I haven't found one for me yet. So, this really isn't meant to really be a word of caution, but a couple of things to really look out for. So I didn't expect the neck to be as fat as it is, but now I love it. Like I said, if I hop on something with a super slim neck, it feels weird, and I like don't know where to put my thumb. Strange, but this feels like home now, which is odd. But the people on the internet and the old dudes aren't lying. You really gotta watch, be aware of the neck dive. If it's something that isn't gonna bother you, then that's totally cool. If you've had I feel like most people own an Epiphone SG or something before they go like full board this, but I just never owned one. So I didn't really know what to expect. I just thought this looked cool and it was like, I've never had an SG. That part is really annoying. However, since the QC stuff got fixed when I had to return the guitar and get a different one, I don't think I'm gonna get rid of this thing. This thing's gonna stick around for a while because I really, something about it, man. It's something about the color, it's something about the neck profile, something about the fat, creamy sound. And even if you listen to it just rings. The body rings a lot more than any Les Paul I've ever had rings. So, I don't know. It sounds open, it's thick, it's full, the neck plays great. But be aware that the neck dive is annoying. It's annoying as shit. I wish I could tell you differently and to, just get over it, but turns out everybody was kind of complaining for a reason. So, 3 months later, I still love it. There's a couple of realities to be faced about, just because something's made in the US, that doesn't mean the QC department's going to be inherently just incredible. The neck's fat, the headstock's heavy, the body's not, so that happens. But look, man, if you're looking for an SG, I've never played a guitar like this, and I think everybody should try it, even if it's not for you, even if you just go play around in like a guitar center or whatever. It's an acquired taste for sure, but I don't know. It's an acquired taste that I think I like. So, thanks everybody.